Hey everybody, I'm Bill. I'm the salty old Marine. Today I want to talk about deferred claims. This is something that happens from time to time with VA disability claims, and it freaks a lot of veterans out, and understandably so. So let's talk about that. Before we jump in, I'm going to ask if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please take a moment and do so. It helps us spread the word to other veterans, and of course it will help you because you'll get notification when a new video drops. Thanks very much. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so let's dig into this. If you've ever opened a VA claim and seen deferred next to one of your conditions, your heart probably dropped. Mine did. You might have thought, did they deny it? Did I mess something up? When VA defers a claim, or a portion of your claim, all it means is that they're not ready to make a final decision yet. They're saying we can't rate this condition right now because we need more evidence, clarification, or development. Basically, your claim or that portion of your claim is on hold. It's not approved. It's not denied. It's just waiting on more information. Why do claims get deferred? There's a lot of reasons why a claim can be deferred. Here's the most common ones. Pending a C&P exam. Maybe you had multiple conditions claimed, and one of them still needs an exam. And that can happen. It's often based on availability of reviewers, of people to do C&P exams for particular conditions. Remember, they try to get a medical professional in that field, and if they couldn't, or couldn't get it quickly enough, that particular portion of a claim could be deferred. So one of those still needs an exam, or the exam report hasn't come back yet from the contractor. And by the way, I hear that from time to time. Sometimes C&P examiners don't get the information back as quickly as they should. It might be that new evidence is needed. The rater might see a gap. Maybe your medical nexus is unclear, or your private provider's notes aren't legible. Or there's a question about secondary service connection. Sometimes there's what's called a duty to assist error. Sometimes the VA realizes that the evidence that they've already gathered isn't complete. Maybe an examiner didn't address a key issue, or a record request wasn't fulfilled. There can also be administrative reasons. That can include issues like pending clarification from another department inside the VA, waiting for rating guidance, or a connected issue like a secondary claim that depends on another condition being decided first. So like when veterans make claims on secondary conditions, but they're not yet service connected for the condition that they're claiming, that can cause that portion of the claim to be deferred. Makes sense, right? Can't claim secondary to something that hasn't been rated yet. So what deferred really means is we're not done yet. What does it mean to you as the veteran, however? If part of your claim is deferred, you might see one or other conditions granted or denied in that same decision. That is perfectly normal. The VA issues what's called a partial decision. They finish what they can and defer what they can't. The key point here is that your deferred claim is still alive. It's still open. It's still being worked on. You don't need to refile. You don't need to start over. The VA will continue development automatically. So how do you track this? How do you respond? While your claim is deferred, watch your VA Gov claim status. You might see a new C&P exam scheduled or new request for evidence. Keep checking your notifications and your mail, your postal mail. Submit supporting evidence. If you think you know what's missing, and sometimes that happens, like a nexus letter, a private medical record, or a lay statement, go ahead and upload it. It's still open. You can upload those into the portal. It might help resolve the deferral faster. Don't panic about the timing. Sometimes a deferral adds a few weeks or months, and other times it clears up very quickly. But it's not a reset, and if it's found in your favor, it'll still go back to the original date that you filed your claim or that you put in a intent to file. So your backdated pay is still going to be there. So here's an example. Let's say you file for PTSD, migraines, and GERD. The VA might be able to be ready to rate the PTSD and GERD, but your migraine exam hasn't come back yet. They'll issue a decision granting the PTSD, denying or granting GERD, and deferring the migraines until the examiner's report arrives. Once they get that exam, they'll issue what's called a supplemental decision. That's where the deferred item finally gets a rating. Now let's talk about why a deferred decision can actually be a good thing. Believe it or not, it can be a good sign because it means the rater saw potential merit in your claim. It doesn't mean it's going to be approved, but it also doesn't mean it was automatically denied. That's very important. So rather than just deny it outright, it's still alive. They want to make sure they get the call right before they make it. That's a lot better than a denial based on incomplete or incorrect information. So in closing, if your claim or a portion of it gets deferred, don't panic. It's not a denial, not yet. It's the VA saying we're still working on it. Keep your evidence organized. Watch your inbox. Watch your va.gov notifications. I know you're on there several times a day. I was. And stay patient. The system does move slowly, but persistence wins. If you've had a deferred claim, drop a comment. Let's talk about it. Tell me what caused it, how long it took to resolve, and how it worked out in your favor or not. I hope you found this helpful. I'm Bill. I am the Salty Old Marine. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. And as always, have a great day.